Now, why is Pep Guardiola's investing fullback system failing? Today, we are going to explain why Pep Guardiola is failing at the very system that he used to take trophies in the English Premier League for a very long time. So, Premier League teams have discovered how to defend against Pep Guardiola's inverting fullback system, and today he's not producing exemplary results with the same system, and he's trying to adapt to any other system that he can use to play football in English Premier League. So today, my name is Ephraim Juma. I'm here with Seth, and we're going to try and explain to you why Pep Guardiola is now embracing other tactics to win games in the English Premier League.
So the red dots are going to represent Manchester City, and then with the opponents, we've decided to go with a very embraced formation. In fact, that's a very popular formation to Premier League teams. That is a back four, two holding midfielders, 110, two wingers, and then one number 9. And then as for City, we all know Guardiola uses a single pivot, a Rodri, and then you've got two offensive midfielders up front, aiding the two wingers, and then you've got Haaland up front. So why is this system failing, and why City is struggling in the Premier League? City has got a defensive problem, right? But then lately, Haaland has not been scoring for fun as he used to score when he came to the Premier League. And
of course,
I think the system is facing an issue that needs to be addressed, and I think this goes to Arsenal and Manchester City because Arteta uses the same system also to overload the midfield.
But today we'll focus on Guardiola and his players.
Focus on Pep. So let's just give you a very quick setup of what the inverting fullback means. So when City are building from the back, then the formation changes. So City are going to morph into back three, then two midfielders. So the inverting fullback comes in, then you will have two midfielders in this area, then one centre back comes in the middle, and then one fullback also comes to create a back three. So why is it becoming a problem for them to play in the middle these days, or to create that overload and possess the ball? Because City are not possessing the ball as they used to do.
Yes, they're trying to push on one-on-one. Goalkeeper
counter,
to 9.
Goalkeeper to 9.
Balls, yes.
They're embracing the second ball system. Yes. So it's becoming tough because back then, what used to happen is that, when you've got a back three setup, it becomes so hard for these three guys to just come to a how do we call this? Man-to-man pressing system. So it becomes hard because if you decide to go for the man-to-man pressing system, then that means you're going to leave this channel. And then these channels, when this centre back stretches, he can easily identify these two midfield players and then play the pass, and then you'll have this midfield overload where you've got 4 Manchester City players and then 3 opponent players, and then it will be very hard to press them, considering that they had very good personnel who are composed on the ball and then can identify deadly channels to play the ball in. So how have teams adopted this system? So let us go back to the back three defenders taking their particular positions when they're building from the back. So what happens is that the teams have embraced a system where their wing attacks in with the inverting fullback. So this guy will have a man on his shoulders ever, and then the number 9 that is supposed to trigger the press will be the one to trigger the press, but he will be facing the center back. So, and then the number 10 will be preventing this pass from coming, and then this winger now, he will be trying to block this pass, or maybe when this guy jumps in, he tries to block this pass, or maybe he can still make a curving run and then force this guy to go wide, and then the zonal pressing system will be triggered from there. So it is facing a major problem because the inverting fullback now, a wing also tucks in. When the fullback inverts, then the wing also tucks in. So it becomes so hard to overload the midfield because now City, you can see there's an equal amount of players in this particular area. That's a 4 versus 4 players. So it will be hard for City to dominate when teams tuck in this manner. So City are trying to. So you'll only have the wide options left. And then something that is also becoming a problem is that the Premier League defenders are getting very aggressive. So when you are given this option and then you opt to play this pass long to this player, then these guys jump on your wingers very aggressively. So you're going to find most of the time it's going to be hard to play past these teams and then just create chances easily as City used to do when Erling Haaland came in or when City were at their prime. So it's becoming more of a teams adapting to City's style of play. I don't think if it's a system failure, because it's the same system that gives City 4 in a row, 3 in a row, and then a treble. So it's a matter of teams adopting to the system and then causing problems for Manchester City to build from the back. And it has been a problem for City because City cannot simply comfortably build from the back as they used to do. So it's the same case for Arsenal. It's becoming so hard for Arsenal to create chances, and that is why Arsenal fans, it will be. I think it's normal to you guys to see Timber going long, going wide to Saka, because Saka is often the only option left, or maybe let's say Trossard, because these are the only options given to you. And then in Arsenal's case, it's becoming so hard because Arsenal have got very, very poor personnel in executing tactics. So Saka is currently struggling on 1v1 situations. Same to Leandro Trossard. He's not good on 1v1 situations. So it's becoming so hard for Arsenal to create chances. For City, personnel wise, at least they have an advantage because you have somebody like Semenyo, Ryan Chaki, Doku,
and they're still failing.
Yeah, they're still failing. Yeah, but there's a difference. That is why I told you, City are most likely to score goals than Arsenal because of the personnel executing the tactics. It's because when you come up against Semenyo, bro, this guy has a chance.
Semenyo is getting
to
out.
go past these defenders.
Of course.
Yeah. Then Doku the same. Then
but
Chucky
not Saka.
Arsenal.
But
not Saka, not Trossard, not Madueke.
You know when Chucky, I don't know how, but Chucky against Arsenal here, he had a lot of space.
To come and get the ball, and then you realize he was only getting the ball in these spaces because Arteta was also attacking in. So Chucky was coming to this area to get the ball. He had to go out and then get the ball. So this guy was becoming undecided on either to cling on to this guy or maybe prevent this pass from.
And there's a time I saw Chucky with too much space.
Yeah, too much space to play with the ball.
Alikuwa tunapepeta ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, so and then when you've got a player like Chucky who's got that confident of facing defenders with the ball, it now becomes easy for Pep Guardiola to create chances even though the system is failing.
Yes.
But with Arteta is becoming so hard for him because the personality in the pitch executing the tactics are struggling. Saka is not good on one situation.
Yes.
The same to Martinelli, same to Madueke, same to Trossard. So for Arsenal, it's a matter of the tactics failing also, and then the personnel executing the tactics also not good enough for the system.
Okay, that's all for the video of inverting fullbacks and why the system is failing in England since teams have discovered it. This is Soccer Made Simple. For those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. My name is Ephraim Juma. You're watching S.M.S. Of course, the video was brought to you by Seth, Ephraim, and Joseph. Subscribe.